What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to talk about AMC, GME as well as the broader market. So as we can see on my screen, today AMC was down for 3.71% for the day. Today's high was around $20.21. We can see it very clearly. There is a lot of retail sentiment towards this stock. They are not giving up because the kind of atmosphere we are having in the broader market right now, it is very freaky, it is very scary. Anything can go down really bad, but still the sentiment towards the stock from the retail is very positive. They are still buying into the stock. Today the stock opened in a green. It was around $20.21. Then it came down to almost $18.94, and in the aftermarket it's still going up. We can see the average volume on AMC is around 49.37 million, but today's volume was around 39.80 million. Now the volume thing that comes in, it's a little bit confusing and challenging as well to understand, because few weeks back we were seeing that AMC was having around 100 million volume and still the stock price was going down. Today's volume was a little bit lower than the average volume. It was not going down that badly the way it was going down in the past. Even we are having 100 million volume, still the stock was down 5 to 6% a day. Now, as we all know, AMC and GME could be the hedge towards a broader market sell-off, because when these big hedge funds are going to start losing their other positions, they might get a margin call in order to cover their shorts position, which can create some sort of a squeeze in AMC as well as GME. Now, when we come over to GME, we can see it was down for 3.83% for the day, and it had a high of $130.85. Wow, that's amazing. It also indicates that the retail is still having a pretty good solid back behind GME. As we can see over here, the average volume on GME is around 3.14 million, but today's volume was around 1.56 million. So we can see the today's volume is lower than the average volume. Still the stock price is still doing okay. Most likely what I personally believe is the market maker, they can clearly see the options flow and they can actually hedge against those positions. Right now I personally believe a lot of retail is having a put side, which is a downward pressure on the stock, and they will try to hedge to the upside so that they can make money out of the down positions. Now when we come over to the SPY, we can see the SPY was down for 2.14% for the day. It had a high of $446.57. Now the price action that we are seeing in SPY, it's all related to Russia and Ukraine. Last night we heard there were some retaliation happening from both the sides, so it sent the stock market into a downward trend. As we already know that we are in a very high inflation zone, and now in order to control that inflation, the Fed need to put the brakes in. They need to increase the interest rate, and how much interest rate they're going to increase is going to decided next month on the March 16th meeting. But the main number that we need to be looking forward to is on the March 10th. That's going to be the inflation number for the month of February. And if it went up a little bit more than what previously was around 7.5%, if it jumps to around 8%, then it could be a very scary scenario. Now we just have to wait and see how this is going to play out. Things are getting very tense in Europe. We are having the Fed meeting next month, which could create more downward pressure into the stock market. Now let's have a look at the options flow for AMC. Now when I look at what the whales are doing, there was a put that came in for $1.3 million. It's a $85 put. And there was a call option that came in. These are 1,000 contracts. He's paying a premium of $522,000, and he's betting that the stock is going to go up from here onwards. These are the only two big whales that came in. When I bring down the premium a little bit and see what the retail is doing, it's a very mixed sentiment towards the stock. There is no clear-cut indication coming out of it, but I can definitely tell you that majority of the retail is more onto the downward side of the stock rather than to the upside of the stock. But AMC and GME both are showing positive sign towards the upside. Let's see how it's going to play out. The rest, there was nothing suspicious coming out of the options flow for AMC. Now let's have a look at the options flow for GME. By looking at the options flow, it's the same thing. There is no clear-cut indication coming out of the stock that which direction is going to head. When I increase the premium a little bit, we can see the whales are on to the downside of the stock. There is not even a single call buyer that came in today, which is a whale. And these all are betting in a very short expiration day that the GME is going to go down from here onwards. Rest, there is nothing suspicious coming out of the options flow for GME. Now let's have a look at the options flow for the SPY. Now I can tell you for sure that there were today extremely massive whale came in and they are buying put options which indicate that the stock is going to go down from here onward. This one whale that came in, this individual is paying $19.3 million and he's betting that the SPY is going to go down from here onwards. He's opened this position when the SPY was around $441 and he's betting that the SPY is going to go below $435. That's a massive whale that came in. And when I bring down the premium and have a look what the other whales are doing, majority of them are onto the downside. You can see it very clearly. This is a $1.3 million put that came in and he's betting all that money just into 17 days of expiration that it's going to hit $425 or below. And this one was 2.7 million. This was 4.5 million. These are 2,325 contracts. And this individual is betting that the SPY is going to go down below 430. We saw this another trade came in $5.2 million, 10,000 contracts, and it's going to expire in 28 days. And this individual is betting that the SPY is going to go to $415 or below. There are massive whales who are coming in and they are all betting towards the downside of the SPY. And there is nothing to be surprised about because the current situation around the world is very intense and stressed. We still have the COVID out there, and now this Russia and Ukraine situation is coming in, which is creating a lot of downtrend in the market. And as we already know, we have high inflation in the all over the world right now, and the Fed meeting that's going to happen next month is going to decide a big downtrend into this pie, and how big of a downtrend is going to be decided into the next month. Hope so you like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.